We're on. That's a good fish. There we go. Another one. Another fish on the lipless. Yep, another one. Oh, yes. There we go. On the drop shot. Get in here. Oh, yeah. That might be this might be our biggest of the day.
In my left hand is a bag, specifically a bag full of baits that I got from a bargain store by the name of Ollies. Now, if you've never heard of Ollies, I don't blame you. It's not a huge chain, I don't think, but essentially what it is, as I said, it's a bargain store, and they claim that they sell good stuff cheap, and that's what I'm hoping to find out in today's episode. So what I did for today's video is I gave myself a $15 budget. Obviously, that's not very much, but if you're going into a bargain store, I feel like you should make it work. But judging by what we got in this bag, which you guys don't know yet, I think we made it work. Now, I'm curious to see how these baits perform. Do they perform similar to the baits that are being made by the actual retailers, or do they perform a little more cheap? Either way, I'm not gonna be too surprised, but I'm definitely curious, and we're gonna find that out in today's episode. Now, before we take any casts at this beautiful clear water pond that we were at today, I wanna take a quick sliver of your day to show you guys what I hauled from Ollies. So the first thing that I noticed when I walked into the store was that the fishing section was just right there, right in the middle of the store. And it wasn't very big, there wasn't a lot, but what they did have definitely surprised me. As you can tell, when I walked in there, there was a whole lot of green and black. They were having what they called a Guggen buyout, and they were just selling a bunch of Guggen products. So I figured, I use Guggen soft plastics fairly often, this should be relatively easy. But there's a catch. I'm gonna be the one using the Guggen soft plastic, so I suppose anything is possible. Without further ado, let's open this here bag and let me show you guys what we got. Firstly, we got Okeechobee Craw, Kraken Craw. Now, everything I got today, other than one of the lures, is in the junior size, which does kind of blow because I like the actual sized, plastics. I feel like the junior size are good on jig trailers, but I'm not gonna be cheating today. I'm not gonna be putting these things on jigs. I don't want you guys to come for my head because I'd be cheating in this challenge if I didn't just throw this alone on a Texas rig, which that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Next, we got a California Craw Bandito Bug in the junior size. Also will be thrown on a Texas rig. Again, we got another bag of Kraken Craws, this time in the California Craw color. Then we got the Junior Trench Hog. This is in the natural color, so that'll be good on a Texas rig. We're gonna be doing a lot of Texas rig fishing today, if you can't tell already. However, this next product that we have will be on a drop shot, and that is the Dragon Drop. This is actually one of my favorite products that Guggen makes. I love throwing their Dragon Drops. I've caught multiple fish on them on multiple colors. It's just a good product overall, and I genuinely enjoy using these products. But that's not all. We got one more bait that I want to show you guys right quick. So lastly, we picked up a Grande Clutch, which is Guggen's version of the lipless crankbait in a Sriracha Craw color. That's going to be really good for covering water today because, if we're Texas rig fishing or drop shot fishing all day, that could get a little repetitive. So I want to cover some water, make some long casts. We got some wind that maybe will help us out and give us a little oomph on some casts, depending on, which way we're casting. So covering water, always a good thing. And it's in a red color. People swear by throwing red this time of year in the early spring. So we're gonna see if we can make it happen today. So I'm gonna go ahead and not waste another moment. I am absolutely stoked to fish these ponds. There's just a big chain of ponds in this neighborhood that I have fished before. And I've had some really good luck at as well, but I've never fished it this early in the year. I've never fished it in the spring. So we're gonna see if we can make it happen. So stick along, stay tuned, and let's go crank a freaking toad, boys. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna grab this here lipless crank. We're gonna see if we can throw it around for a little bit. There's another pond over this way that I don't have full access to, but I do really wanna fish the parts that I do have access to. So I'm gonna kind of work my way this way with the lipless crank, cover some water right quick,
And we're gonna see if we can pull a toad out of these ponds, because I know that there are some toadies in here. Let's just hope we get lucky enough and are able to cross paths with one of them. So first cast going in. Let's have a freaking day, boys. I had to climb up a hill to get here, so I'm a little out of breath. Hopefully, it's all worth it, and here in a few minutes I have a fat, bodacious green bass in my hands. Let's get to chucking and winding, boys. There's a fish. There we go. Oh, he came off. He came off. That was a fish 110%. It felt good too, man. Oh my gosh, no, dude. This was the bait that I was worried about the most getting bit today, was the lipless crank. That felt like a good fish, bro. He had some weight to it for sure. That kind of sucks, man. That could have been the one. That could have been the one to get the monkey off our freaking back. But no, that monkey that I'm talking about, he's still on my back. We needed him to get off. There we go. There we go. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Come on, get in here. Get in here. Let's freaking go, man. That's what I'm freaking talking about. That's what I'm freaking talking about. He's not that big, actually. I'm clip farming. I'm trolling. Don't get any bright ideas, guy. I don't have the pliers on me. So we're gonna have to grab our nuts and do it like a man. Okay. All right, we're good. Come on. There we go. We got him. That's what I'm freaking talking about, ladies and gents. Healthy, probably like 1.5. Really, he's kind of fat. His tails, his bottom fin's a little red. Maybe he's doing the dirty. I'm not really sure. This fish is still pretty cold though, so you know, we're gonna go ahead and send him back. We're not gonna waste any time with him, but let's get one good look at him. Solid fish right there. Felt like an absolute toad. Unfortunately, not really a toad, but we will certainly take it. That monkey that I was talking about, he ain't on our back anymore. I don't know where he is, but we got a fish in our hands, and that's all that matters to me. So we're gonna go ahead and send Brosive back. That water's still a little chilly, but the fish don't seem to mind. Quick tail grab, and he's gone. See ya, guy. I really honestly feel like throwing the lipless. I know we're kind of supposed to catch fish on multiple baits in today's video, but that's 2 bites on the lipless at this pond, and we've been fishing this pond for maybe 10 minutes. Big emphasis on the maybe. So I want to get back out there with the lipless crank. I'm gonna get you guys one close-up look on this Sriracha Craw Grande Clutch Guggen Squad. Getting it done today. I got it paired with a Duckett Incite casting rod and a Shimano Curado DC. This combo has put in work for me in the past, and it's continuing to put in some work for me today. No skunk today, boys. That's what I'm talking about. There we go, another one. Another fish on the lipless. This one might be bigger. I don't know yet. This one might be an actual tank. I don't know. They fight so hard, it's tough to tell. He's a good fish. It's 100% a good one. Oh, he's stuck. Oh, we got him undone. Come here. That's what I'm freaking talking about. That is most definitely a better fish. Look at how he ate the freaking clutch. Dude, look at this thing. That clutch, gone, son. That's how you know you're throwing what they want. The clutch might be the juice. This guy ate it so well, we're gonna need to get pliers. But that is just another healthy, absolute chunk of a bass, dude. I am gonna grab the pliers and get this guy sent back quick, because not only did he eat the clutch, but he ate the clutch. I'm talking all caps. It is down the gullet. So we're gonna have to do some quick bass surgery. Oh, that was actually incredibly easy. Alrighty. One look at this fish. Oh my gosh, just a really healthy fish. Probably about, I'd give him 2.5. Super long fish, and look at that tail. Look at that tail. Or is that from, nope, he's just bleeding really bad. We're gonna go ahead and get him back. This guy is bleeding quite a bit, but there's a reason for that. He will be a-okay. Fish tend to bleed a lot when you hook them in the tongue. It's just, there's like a soft spot in their tongue. See, look at that. He kicked off like a champ. He's all right, he's good. Like I said, that fish was bleeding quite a bit, but there is a soft spot in the tongue of bass. And when you hook them there, they tend to bleed a lot. I don't know why that's the case, but you know, they do. And I've done it, it's happened many times before. That fish will be okay. We got him unhooked in a pretty timely manner, so, oh my gosh, I just absolutely ate it. I think we'll be all right, but we are gonna take the pliers with us just in case that happens again. But that is, dude, that's 2 fish on the lipless. I feel like I would be a fool to switch to something else. And that dude actually just crushed it. He clobbered it. That lipless crank wasn't going anywhere. That's a dang good sign that you're throwing the right stuff. Let's see if we can get a few more, boys. Dude, I feel like a white chatterbait would just tear him up in this back corner right here. Because, you know, a chatterbait wouldn't be getting in this grass. If Ollies had chatterbaits, I would have been all over that. I would have bought enough chatterbaits to last me for the rest of my days on this planet. I'm being so honest when I say that too. Yep, another one. Hit it right at the bank. Not as big, but hit it right at the bank. Okay, 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 bucko. It's these ones you gotta worry about, man. These are the buck bass that will get a hook in your hand if you're not careful. Come on, dude, let go of it, man. There we go, he let go. Definitely the smallest of the day thus far, but man, I'm not complaining. We're having ourselves a day out here. See a guy, take care. But yeah, that one ate it like literally right at the bank, like right here, right where I'm standing. I saw this fish eat. That was pretty cool to see. These fish are actually just crushing this lipless crank. I'm gonna catch maybe a couple more, fish it for a little while longer, and then I am gonna switch. You know, like I said earlier, you'd be stupid to switch if you're catching them like this and they're eating how they're eating. But you know, the whole premise of today's video is to catch fish on all the baits from Ollies, and you can't do that if you're just throwing one of them. So we are gonna have to throw something else. It's just so hard to step away when you're catching them like this. One thing that I would like to add right quick is how I'm actually catching these fish. Yes, I'm throwing a lipless crankbait, but there is a little bit more to it. I'm actually burning it pretty quickly to keep it above the grass. There's a lot of grass in this pond and the other pond that we fished previously. Burning it pretty quick, keeping my rod tip high, keeping it above the grass. And despite the cold water temps, these fish are still chewing. And I still am, of course, getting caught on the grass from time to time, but you know, that's just a part of it. That's just a part of fishing ponds in Texas. I feel like there's just so much grass in them. If you're throwing a heavy lure like this, one that sinks pretty quick, no matter how fast you reel it in, you're gonna hook some grass. I wanna be a turtle and sit out on a log all day. Nothing much to do but watching the birdies play. I wanna be a turtle and sit out on a log all day. Again, while the turtle song was playing. The turtle song is blessing us with the bass. Get up here, son. Is this the biggest of the day? Dude, he T-boned it again. Ah, yeah. Don't do that, brother man. Ow! I just hooked myself. Dude, another good fish. This is, I don't think it's our biggest, but dude, freaking butterball, dude. We gotta spank him, and we're gonna go ahead and send him back. But yeah, dude, that is such a fat fish. Just ate it at the bank. Turtle song, blessing us. See ya, bro. Dude, I don't think today could have started any better. We're finding fish in this back pocket, throwing a bait that I'm not that confident in. But you know, after today, man, it's hard to argue with numbers. We definitely got the numbers part checked off. Now we just got to get the size. If we can get the size, as I hooked myself there, like I said, on my thumb, that didn't feel good. If we can get the size today, just catch like a 3 to 4 pounder, I think that would make everyone's day. Yours too, yes, you watching, it would make your day too, don't lie. You would like to see a big fish, that's why you clicked on this video. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. There's number 5. Get up here, brother man. Oh, we kind of had a little drought there for a little while. There was a little while there that we weren't getting bit on the lipless, and I was literally just about to change. Okay, dude. All right, we get it. We get it, brother. Okay. Let me grab you, brother. Sheesh. There we go. Got him undone. Another just absolute pudge ball. These fish are so fat right now. I assume they are getting ready for the big spawn that's going to happen here shortly. Don't know when for sure, but I'm sure it'll happen relatively soon. See ya, boss. Take care. Tell the family I said hey. And with that, I think I am going to switch over to a bottom bait right quick. You know, it kind of seems a little contradictory to switch to a different presentation after you just caught a fish on a specific presentation. But we've caught 5 fish on the lipless today, so we are going to go ahead and switch to a bottom bait. I'm thinking the Carolina crawl, Kraken crawl, and bandito bug I think will do really well in this water clarity. It's a little bit darker than the other pond that we started the day off at. So I'm going to go ahead and drag a Texas rig, maybe throw a drop shot around as well. Just see if we can cross off a couple of the other baits that we have bought. I don't want to abuse the lipless crank, even though it's abusing these pond bass out here. So we're going to go ahead and get a Texas rig tied on, and we're going to see if we can just give them the beans on that. So stay tuned, and let's not waste another moment. Let's get after it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and crack her open, the bag of baits that is. And let's see what I want to fish with next. I'm thinking, because this water is relatively dark, I'm thinking, do I want to do the Kraken crawl or the bandito bug, California crawl? One of these two, I think. I think I want to do the Kraken crawl. Look at this, also $1.99 per pack. Who would say no to that? Whether you like Guggen or not, that's up to you. I know a lot of people out there don't. There are some products that I'm not the biggest fan of, but $2 plastics? $2 for a crawl, man? How on earth could you say no to that? You just can't. And hopefully the bass don't say no to it either. Oh, we're on. We're on. That's a good fish. That's literally like my 3rd cast with the crawl too. Get up here, brother. Not a good fish, but hey, that's another bait crossed off of the list of baits we have to cross off on the California crawl, Kraken crawl. That's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times fast. Bet you can't. Sorry, I'm just insanely excited. We're actually just wrecking house on these fish today. Another, you know, relatively good one. Not gonna complain. Send them back. Like always, take care. I think now with that, I'm going to switch to the Bandito bug. That was literally my third cast with this crawl too. So to come out here today and actually have success like we are, you just can't ask for much more, to be honest. Maybe the size isn't really where I want it to be. Oh my goodness gracious, we have an absolute mess here. I'm gonna tend to that, but before I do, yeah, I just wanna say the size isn't there on a lot of the fish. Some of the fish we've caught today, you know, like they've been fat, like really healthy, like 2.5, maybe 2 3/4. So, you know, obviously really, really good pond bass. I won't complain at all. But you know, they're not 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pounders like, you know, everybody wants. But there's only one way to catch one of those behemoths, and that's just to keep casting. So that's exactly what we're gonna do with the Bandito bug. We're gonna put it on the same rig we got here, and we're just gonna fish where we've been fishing. I mean, why leave biting fish? That's kind of my #1 rule. Never ever leave biting fish. And it looks like we can catch them on moving baits and on bottom baits. Muy bien. Oh yes, there we go, on the drop shot. Come on, stay pinned, stay pinned. I don't know how big he is yet. Oh, he might have just gotten bigger. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. We'll take him any day. Come on, stay pinned, sister. Get in here. Oh yeah, that might be this might be our biggest of the day. This might be our biggest of the day, brother man. Look at that fish. That's gotta be our biggest of the day. I honestly feel like weighing this one, dude. Okay. Dude. Does this fish go 3 pounds? I think he does. Another just absolute girthy mama. I think we pull the scale out on this bad boy. Let's go ahead and do that now. Honestly, when I first hooked him, he didn't feel all that big. Okay, my scale's in kilograms, so we're gonna have to do a conversion after this. 1.43 kilograms. I think that might 1.42. He might go 3. He's like high 2s, low 3s, something like that. But just an absolute stud, just a healthy pond bass. It doesn't get much better than this. One quick final look at our Girtha right here. Just such a healthy fish. The belly on this fish, it's just crazy. We're gonna go ahead and get a release on her right now. All right, sister. Thank you for playing. Just a healthy, healthy fish. And there she freaking goes, just gliding away. That is such a satisfying thing to watch her just slowly swim off. Well, hey, we are back at the crib now. I want to take a quick moment to talk about the goodies in here and how we got it done today. So obviously, bro, the MVP of today's mission was the lipless crankbait. And that is a bait now that I feel very confident in. Going into this challenge, I wasn't too sure about it. I don't throw red lipless cranks all that often, so I was a little bit unsure today. But the fish, they weren't unsure. They were all over it today. We caught 5, I think, on the lipless crank. 2 or 3 that were really good size, like really fat, healthy fish. We also missed one. The first fish today, we didn't even land. So we could have had like 6 fish today, which, no, I think that would have been like our 7th fish. So we really could have had an even better day than we had today, but I'm not complaining. Today was absolutely outstanding. And in theory, did we really pass and complete the Ollies slam? No, we only got about half of the baits done. I'm still going to talk about every bait, especially the ones that we caught them on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, while we didn't catch a ton of fish on this doohickey right here, we did catch our biggest. Or at least I'm about 95% sure it was our biggest fish today. It was 3.15 pounds, so about 3 1/4. Very solid fish. Catching it on finesse gear is always fun. Throwing it on a drop shot, one of my favorite techniques year round. I feel like it always gets bites. And it certainly did today as it caught our biggest fish, like I said. Now, the next bait that we caught fish on, this was technically the second lure we crossed off. I want to say this was like fish 5 or 6, maybe 6. I think it was like fish 6 was on the Croix. This was the only fish we caught on a Texas rig today. I thought we were actually going to put him away on the Texas rig. I'm not going to lie. I had more faith in the Texas rig going into today's mission than the lipless crank, and the lipless crank just put him to bed, man. I really thought we were going to mess him up on the Texas rig, but again, not complaining, just making an observation. This is the California crawl, Kraken crawl in a junior size 3-inch. Like I said, all the plastics we had today were 3-inch size. I did throw the Bandito bug around. This is a 3.3-inch. So I did throw the Bandito bug around. I did get bit. Unfortunately, I didn't catch anything on it. I'm not a huge fan of throwing junior sized plastics on a Texas rig. I quickly found that out. I've never actually used the junior size. I think the junior size will be really, really good on a jig, like a jig trailer, but I didn't want to be told I was cheating. I didn't want you guys in the comments saying I was a cheater and using a jig, because I didn't get a jig from Ollies. They didn't have a jig. Granted, if they did, 100% I would have bought it. Like I said, if they had Z-Man chatterbaits at Ollies, I would have been all over that. This would have just been a chatterbait challenge. And, you know, it wouldn't have even been a challenge because the chatterbait always catches fish. I stand by that. The chatterbait, top 1 lure. Top 1 lure. It's top 2 and it's not 2. It's 1. No matter the color, chatterbait always prevails. But this video is not about the chatterbait. You know, we've made enough chatterbait videos. This video is about the baits that we got from Ollies. And the fact that I only spent $15 on all of this stuff. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs of plastics as well as a lipless crank. This just kind of goes to show that you don't need to spend crazy amounts of money at these big tackle stores to get bites, and especially in ponds. You can go to these bargain stores, spend $1 per pack, $2 per pack, $3, $4 on a crankbait or whatever it may be. You can go out there and get the nibs. And that's what we did in today's mission. I think we caught 7, maybe 8 fish today. I don't really know for sure. We caught 3 or 4 that were really good size that I would love to catch any day, especially that 3-pounder, courtesy of this mama right here. So with all that being said, now I have to clean that up. Was it really worth it? But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know I certainly had fun making it. Today was probably one of the better days of fishing I've had in 2025. We had one really good day that I didn't film, of course. We fished a private pond. We absolutely lit them up. Me and a couple buddies went out there. If y'all are watching, you already know who you are. I think we caught 70 fish that day. But it was a private pond. Caught a 6.5. Didn't film there. Someone else's property. But I might be filming there in the future. I just wanted to get permission to do so first. Luckily, we're in the clear. So expect videos at some absolutely loaded honey holes in the near future. Right now we are going to be hitting some urban ponds as we always do. You know how it is on the channel. We're always fishing the urban honey holes. Today wasn't so urban though. Today was kind of out in the middle of nowhere, just in a neighborhood that I had found. You know, I'm in school right now, so about to be on spring break. Got some crazy things planned for spring break, so stay tuned. But yeah, one super urban mission today, but that's all right. You know, we still caught fish. That's really all that I care about. I don't care where we're catching them, how we're catching them. As long as we're catching them, my little heart is content. And I hope you're content too with today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave an upwards thummy for your boy. It really means a lot. If you're still watching,
bless. I love you, you know. I love you even if you stopped watching a few minutes ago. As long as you clicked on the video, that's all that I really care about. I hope you guys are having an amazing day as always. And, you know, go catch some fish. I mean, spawn's about to be here. Give it a couple days, maybe a week. I know for you northern guys, got a little while, unfortunately. Praying for you. Hope it warms up. Because it's certainly warming up here. And I can't wait to get on some spawning bass. So I won't keep you here any longer than I have to. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Peace.